'Tis I. Hey everyone, glad to see you back, glad to see you looking fresh. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a game that feels like it's been with us forever, because last year felt like it took forever. And that game helped us go through the motions and helped us connect when a time when connection was really not a thing we could do very often, and I'll always thank it for that. And it seems strange now, in the fall, the year after it came out, to say, like, yeah, the game is coming to a close soon. Like, the last update is upon us, and the game will then cease updates from there on. And it seems strange because it's a game that was said to have a lot of updates coming, and it was going to be continuously supported for a while. And they were technically right. After the game came out, like every month or so, we'd get a new update. I remember the swimming update being a big one. Having this whole thing of, yeah, now the game is just getting a ton of new stuff, and then that's just kind of it. Because it's been a while since we've heard from the game, and a lot of us have moved on. A lot of us have stopped playing because, you know, we just got bored of the thing. And, well, I don't think that's necessarily wholly the game's fault. I do believe that the game offers enough content to be enjoyable for, you know, probably 200 hours at least, which is a monumental number when talking about a game. So when you play it for well over that and then you're bored, I don't necessarily know if it's the game's fault per se. Obviously, there are some legitimate critiques of the game, such as the villagers aren't as interactive as they used to be, but they're going to fix that in the update, and stuff like there's just not as many items, there's less NPCs to interact with. That's true, and the update seems to be fixing a lot of these, right? Even something as small as the roost, which honestly for me isn't a huge deal, but a lot of people seem to really like it, and they heard that, and they're bringing it back. But someone like Cap'n is coming back, and we're getting new stuff with Harv and his island, and even some like strange smaller updates, like you can take pictures in first-person mode, so it feels like a weird old FPS game when that happens. And the game is having a ton of stuff in what was probably the best Nintendo Direct I've seen in a while. It was so cram-packed, 20 minutes of just pure excitement and pure fun. It was great, right? I just never thought I'd be this excited to see Froggy Chair, but here he is, and he's back. When I was watching, I was thinking, I was like, man, this is enough. Like, I'm going to be able to go back. I'm going to be able to hang out with my villagers again. And I'm going to be able to, like, see them and hang out. I haven't played this game since Christmas, right? I played the Christmas stuff, and then I just, like, kind of packed it up. And I think I turned it on. I think I showed some friends my island that I just got in the game this previous year. But having this whole new update and having a bunch of new stuff to do, I'm excited to dive back in again. And on top of that, there's a whole new DLC, which is basically a sequel to Happy Home Designer on the 3DS, which is a game that, while it's not for everybody, and it is kind of weak on content, depending on what you're looking for, I thought it was great. I think it's great at what it does. It takes the idea of decoration in Animal Crossing and really just focuses in on that. Like, there's no life sim stuff, there's no, like, friend making, there's nothing like that, there's no debts you have to pay off. It's all decoration. Right? A villager comes up, says, I want a house that looks like this. And then you get to design that house basically however you want. And I think that's a great idea. It's really like an artistic tool to express yourself how you want different houses to look like. And I think bringing that into New Horizons is great. I'm so excited because I thought for sure that this game would never get a sequel, even though it was ripe for one. There are many 3DS games, I think, that are ripe for a sequel on the Switch. And that may be a discussion for another day. But Happy Home Designer is one of them that I would have talked about, but it seems like that dream is coming true. So that's great. I'm excited for people to try this out, because something like this, it is strange, right? It seems like a new Animal Crossing game. It is in the world, and we don't get many spin-offs of Animal Crossing. We have this one, and then we have the one we don't talk about. So it's great to see more, and I cannot wait. Just thinking about this, like, I'm so happy to see Cap'n again. I'm so happy. I thought he was gone. I thought Tortimer was gone. Not like gone, but it's like they're not going to be in New Horizons. And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like, characters come and go. But they seem to be back and bringing forward some new villagers, which is cool as well. One of my wishes for this game, when thinking about, like, how the game was marketed and how the Switch at launch was marketed, if you remember, the games tended to be, like, shown off as the ultimate experience of certain franchises. And I really believed that because when Breath of the Wild dropped and Mario Odyssey dropped, it was true. So when Animal Crossing was coming out, it's like, this is going to be the best this franchise has ever been. I was expecting a lot more. I still got a lot, but one of the things I was expecting, or hoping, I should say, is to have all the old villagers that have been cut out over the years to come back. Now, I'm not saying you need to bring back, like, the special ones like Ganon and all the Sanrio characters and even, like, Wolf Link. The Monster Hunter ones, like, there's a lot of really cool ones out there, but that would have been, like, tough. I understand those ones, but, like, the ones that are from Animal Crossing itself, that were just cut for whatever reason, they didn't come back, they should be able to come back. Right? It's not like it'd be that hard. It's not like the characters are that distinct to this game anyway. It's just a skin. So, I'm glad to see some of them come back anyway. I can't believe this game is almost, like, done. Part of me is a little jealous of people that get to play this game after the new update, because they get to play this whole experience, and they get to have all these new things, like, even something like they get to know when different holidays are coming up, and, like, what holiday events are. We didn't know that. And they get to know, like, there's different parts of the museum, such as the art part, and the roost is in there. That's all was new. That was not on launch. And there's also the cap and stuff, and the new stuff with Harv, and also you can get the DLC with it, and there's a whole extra sub-game there. There's a lot. There's a lot here. And I'm excited for Animal Crossing fans like me. I'm an Animal Crossing fan, so I'm excited. Is this the end of Animal Crossing for now? Yes. How long is now, though? Will it be another 7 years before we see Animal Crossing on the Switch 2, whatever's out? I hope not, because it was 7 years between New Leaf and New Horizons. That's a long time. I'll always be looking forward to more Animal Crossing. Like I said, the DLC is great. The DLC will keep me playing for a while. I hope to hear you guys' thoughts as well. If you haven't played New Horizons yet, what are you waiting for? Now's the best time to get it. And yeah, that'll about do it for me today. Thank you so very much for watching. And as always, like this if you like this. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you at some point.